6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back to Through Black and White Eyes. First of all, a massive Happy New Year to everybody who's watched this channel in the past, good or bad. We really appreciate you, and thank you to all our members who still help to keep this channel running for free. And then we also donate money to charity. It's fantastic, isn't it? I absolutely love it. So thank you to everyone. I hope you have an amazing 2025. And the channel is going to keep on trying to push to be bigger and better, just so you guys get better content, basically. But let's jump into why I'm doing this video. Is it a risk selling Dubravka in January, or is it good business? Now, Dubravka kept 4 clean sheets recently. The only goal he's conceded was in the Carabao Cup against Brentford. I'm a little bit surprised that we will let him go in January. I'd rather, and I know it sounds daft, because obviously we need money in PSR and things like that. I'd rather let him see out his contract and then go on a free in the summer, because right now, do we really have a backup that's comfortable to come in and perform like he has? Now, I put this out on X and there was a lot of good backwards and forward stuff. You know, he hasn't faced that many shots. The defence is doing all the work. But the defence is more confident knowing that he's behind them and they're happy to keep the ball. His distribution's so much better. His catching's improved. I've noticed that recently. Yeah, there's been some hairy moments. Obviously, Maguire hitting the post at Old Trafford could have made the game, you know, a little bit more edgy if that had gone in, but it didn't. He also pulled off a decent save in that game as well. But the reason why the defence, you know, why Dubravka hasn't conceded as many shots is because they're so comfortable he's behind them, because he can play with his feet. And this is what Eddie Howe has always wanted. Now, Nick Pope is a much better shot stopper, a much better goalkeeper in that area, but not with his feet. And it just shows you that the defence can play a little bit higher, can defend better, taking less shots, because of Dubravka behind him and knowing how comfortable he is on the ball. Look at how many shots we faced with Nick Pope in goal, because the defence sat deeper, because they knew the sweeping side of things and playing the ball back to him wasn't going to work. But now we've got that. We're further up the pitch. So this is why I think it's a massive risk selling Dubravka in January for what would be, like 2.5 million, 5 million or something like, if that. Is it really worth that? The only way I would sell him is if James Trafford is on his way in. Now, Trafford is a fantastic goalkeeper. You know, Cole Palmer says he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I trust the players he's played alongside and won the Euros or World Cup, whatever it was. It was the Euros, wasn't it? Saving a penalty in the last minute against Spain. Trafford is definitely one for the future, one for now as well, potentially, because if you're going to sell Dubravka, you've got to have someone coming in, because Nick Pope's still injured. Then you've also got to look at Nick Pope's longevity now as well. He's 32, 33, getting on a little bit, you know, shoulder injuries, knee injuries now. It's not very reliable, is he? So for me, selling Dubravka, I don't think it's a good idea. But let me know what your thoughts are and what your comments are on that subject. Now, there is also some other stuff flying around. Unfortunately, Jamal Lewis has suffered another injury. I think this is his last season. I think he's only got 6 months left on his contract, so I think he'll go for free. It's a shame. I thought when Eddie Howe came in and he had a great game against Everton at Goodison Park, if you can remember, it would beat them 2-0. And he starred in that game at left back. I thought, oh, we might see a different side of Jamal Lewis, but it just hasn't worked out for him. It's a shame, but we need to get him off the wages. But obviously that's not going to happen till the summer now, unfortunately. Now, who could we look at? that's another part of the show. These are some of the players who can sign right now in the summer. So they can sign a pre-contract, and some pretty good names on this list. Ahmed at Man United, if he doesn't sign a new contract, I would be interested in him at St James's Park. Angel Gomez, interested in him being at St James's Park as well. Leroy Sané could be worth a risk, but is his attitude wrong? That's the only thing that worries about me with him, but he could be a quality right winger for us. Jonathan David as well, centre forward, can also play on a bit on the wing. I wouldn't say no to him. Kyle Walker-Peters, probably a no for me. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a definite no, unless he's happy to be second, third choice. And Mitchell, left back, don't really need another left back. But he's good, but not for me. But again, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now, Eddie Howe has took a lot of stick recently, and I don't understand why. I mean, if you look at this is like unbelievable when you think about it. This is since Eddie Howe has been in, since he took charge of Newcastle United. I put a tweet out, this is just absolutely fantastic stuff. I don't get it. Some fans are just so entitled. As soon as we lose a game, it's Eddie Howe out. Obviously, they've been very, very, very quiet recently because we've been winning games. Fourth in the all-time points list since he took over. There's only Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City who have won more points than Eddie Howe. It's absolutely crazy. We've even got a goal difference of plus 61. I've hardly ever seen that with Newcastle United. So unbelievable. I think it's he just needs to be given a proper window. Now, it's all right for Chelsea going out and spending $1 billion. It's all right for Man City being able to spend what they can spend. Newcastle United can't spend anything really when you think about it. PSR is hampering us. We're having to sell players, to buy players. It's just unfair. And it's unfair on Eddie Howe as well, because he's still managing players that were here under Rafa, under Steve Bruce, and he's got the best out of them, out of Shaw. Look at what he's doing with Lewis Hall. Look what he's done with Joe Linton. Look what he's done with Emil Kraft. He even got Jamal Lewis looking like a decent centre-back again. Sean Longstaff, to an extent, got him playing better. Jacob Murphy has purple patches, and that's all down to Eddie Howe's management. And also when the player decides to turn up sometimes. It is frustrating. But that is a fantastic accumulation of points. And it's not only just that he needs credit for. I mean, there's the team camaraderie, the things that he comes up with that other managers on. This had every single other Premier League club on strings every time we posted one of these when we first started doing them. Some clubs still don't like them. Some clubs are just letting it go now. They keep calling it, oh, look, there's their cup final picture because they beat us. It's all for, keeping the good memories alive. You go around the training ground and all these pictures are on the wall. They all remember these wins. Oh, yeah, I had a great game in that one. Can't believe we went to Old Trafford and won. Can't believe we've beaten Arsenal so many times. Look at all the pictures of that. Eddie Howe deserves so much credit for creating this unit, this unbelievable camaraderie around the team. It's absolutely fantastic. And look where we are in the league. We're fifth. That Arsenal win last night was a bit of a gutter because I thought Brentford might do them and we would be only 4 points behind them. 4 points behind them, sorry. Forest are doing unbelievably well. It's great. So you look at Bournemouth and Fulham as well. It's amazing seeing all these other teams in there. But look at Eddie Howe again. We finished fourth in his first full season. We finished seventh in that injury hit season. We now currently sit fifth halfway through the campaign, and that is absolutely fantastic. And he's been put up for Manager of the Month, along with Isak for Player of the Month and Jacob Murphy for Player of the Month, because he's had an absolute fantastic season. So I don't like Manager of the Month because when you win it, you normally go downhill, but let's just hope that doesn't happen. But you've got to take your hat off to Eddie Howe for what he's done for this football club. Without him, we'd be in the Championship. There's not many managers could have done what he done, and I tell you that honestly and truthfully. I don't see any other manager coming in and doing what he did. He was absolutely fantastic. And credit to the players as well for obviously responding as they did. Before I quickly just jump onto the last couple of bits, don't forget about our amazing sponsors on this channel. We've got Diet Crow, code BADS 20 for 20% off. Link is in the description. And we've also got Football Prizes, who are an absolute fantastic company, do amazing competitions. This one's finished. There is a new one out. There's a Gordon one out. So I'll get you a link for all the links in the description for everything. Just go to them. Absolute fantastic stuff. The prizes are unreal. And don't forget, we've got this live show coming up very, very soon at Newcastle Benfield Football Club for Stanley Deaf Club in the NUC Food Bank. We've got Luke Edgewords coming on. Amazing guest we can talk about, as much as you want behind the scenes. But it's £10 a ticket. All the money going to the charities. Email superfandan831@gmail.com to secure your ticket. Right. Other things that are happening that this does not surprise me, because this is what we have been doing a lot of recently, signing young talent for the future. So according to a few sources now, we've approached Ivan Mooney from St Mirren, a 17-year-old striker. Arsenal have also been interested in him. So he is someone that we are definitely looking at, which is really, really interesting. Miguel Almiron looks like he's probably kicked the last ball for us. Charlotte FC look like they're the ones who are very confident of signing them, the way they've been putting out their pre-season messages. So that's very, very interesting. Again, how much money we're going to get from him, I don't think it really matters. I think it's a good bit of business to get Miggy out the door now. He's had his chance. He's been brilliant for us, but it's time to move him on. But that's a very, very interesting one. And there's another defender. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would really, really struggle to get this one out. I've lost the information on it, which is fantastic. Defender Abakudia Kunsinov, I think. He's a centre-back. It's a very good chance that this might get done as well. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's a lot of information flying around at the moment. Eddie Howe has come out and said, look, it's going to be a very low-key window for us. So I've set my expectations of no transfers, expecting people to leave. And then you might get a surprise. And that's how we're going to deal with it this window, especially on this channel. There's no point in talking about all the other rubbish that's going around. And there's also obviously Kieran Trippier as well, potentially could be leaving. I wouldn't sell him. I really wouldn't. I think he's got too much to give. I think what he's shown in the games that he's played in, he's still got that hunger. He's still got the determination, and he's put in some fantastic performances. I mean, that one at Old Trafford, you knew we were down to 10 men with him off the pitch, waiting to get a sub on. So he ran back on. He put an amazing block in, and then he went off. I don't know the extent of the injury, if there is an injury, because he looked a little bit unhappy going off, but I think it needed to happen. But that just showed you the character of the man. And I think, Kieran Trippier still offers enough for me to stay at the football club and maybe give him a 1-year extension if we can. I just think he's a great player and great to have around the young players as well. If that's an option. It all depends on his personal life and where he wants to be himself. So if he goes, he goes. If he doesn't, I'll be happy. Either way, to be fair. But that's it, guys. That's everything for this video. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button. We do have a member option if you want to become a member, and we do a $40 gift card every month to give away with Diet Crow. And there's also super thanks if you want to donate to the channel, which helps to run it, and then we obviously give it to charity as much as we can. That's how much we've raised so far, and we are aiming this year to add another $5,000 onto that, fingers crossed. So keep an eye out for the stuff that we do. And again, I wish you all a really happy new year. And please tune in and help us grow the channel and to help us do more for charity. Really appreciate your support. I really do. And please drop a comment on all the stuff that we talked about and let me know what you think. Thank you.